Welcome back. So, we have a couple of things to go over today. Number one, there was a small update to the update that we just got. Um, the most interesting thing in here is that in addition to all of the other BR changes that they made with the greater patch, they also decided to move the Johnson from BR4 to BR3, which is a very interesting choice, right? Because the Grand has, for a long time, been the rifle at BR3. It has 8 rounds. The Johnson has 10, but you reload slower. They shoot the same round, and for a long time, I always kind of wondered why the Johnson was BR4, and I felt like it was there because they felt like they needed to populate the BR. The thing is, with the changes in how the matchmaker works, I'm curious if they're going to move something else into BR4 in the near future, or if America just isn't going to have a rifle in BR4 and then you'll just play with, BR3 rifles, which really would not be the end of the world. Um, I've never had an issue taking Johnsons or Garand's into like BR5 games, so I don't see why it would be an issue to play with them from 3 to 4 if you decide to play a BR4 lineup. But it coming to BR3 does offer an interesting choice. I don't have the game open, so I can't look at their stats right now, but I think it really comes down to, do you want the reload from the Johnson where you can do a partial reload. Let's say you fire like 5 rounds or whatever, right? You can fire half the mag and you can put another clip into it. Whereas the Grand, when you reload it, you're saving your partially spent clip and you're putting a fresh one in. So I don't know. It's like, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. It's probably not as much of a choice as like I would like it to be. But they're both good rifles. It'll be nice to see it at 3. I might actually get more use out of it now since the 3 matchmaker seems pretty good. Um, and I've got a pile of them sitting around that I got back in the day that I don't know, I just haven't really used a whole lot. Moving on from there, they fixed the incorrect position of the Type 99 rifle long Japan event in the controlled soldier's hand. They lessened the smoke effects when shooting. They fixed an issue that would change the available squads in battle if there were less than 3 in the player lineup. And they fixed the visual recoil of the sniper AVS 36. So all around, not a whole lot. Really, it's just the Johnson change. Moving on from there to the bigger news, the rewards for the upcoming battle passes. So, first, we have the Solothurn S18-100 BR2 Germany coming in the next season. It is a 20 mil semi-automatic anti-tank rifle developed in the early 30s in Switzerland and used by the Wehrmacht until 1942. And unlike other AT rifles, it's very bulky and heavy, so you have to go prone or use its bipod in order to fire it. Which, given that the Japanese 20 mil exists, it seems kind of strange that I won't be able to just fire this one. But as they say, on the other hand, its outstanding power and armor pen of around 50 mils allow it to be used as a portable anti-tank gun. We'll see. We'll see. At BR2, it's competing against the Sturm pistol, and the Sturm pistol has a long reload, but like generally speaking, I feel like the Sturm pistol performs really well. When the Sturm pistol is not desirable, they have the Panzerbuche and whatever the other one's called. Um, I'm not a fan of the rifle with the heat charge on the end of it. It's just too bulky. which leads me to believe that I'm probably not going to be a fan of this one because it's going to be even more bulky. Um, I don't know. I feel like Enlisted is in a difficult spot where I want to see AT rifles used more because I think they're cool, but the only place where you can really use AT rifles is BR1 because at BR2 you just have better choices. It's like, why would you want to take a boy's AT rifle when you can take a Pieta or a bazooka? Why would I want to take this when I can take a Sturm pistol? Why would I? Well, actually, the PTRS situationally is really good, but that's because it's kind of portable and you can fire it really quickly. Um, Although, admittedly, I pretty much exclusively take bazookas on Russia as well. The exception is the paratroopers pull the PTRS out of the box, and so if you drop in behind a tank, you can kind of just like burst the side of a tank with a PTRS, which is probably why I like it. But if you don't have it on a paratrooper, then I don't know if I'd really want it. I do like the Japanese one though. The Japanese 20 mil. At least back in the day in the Pacific when I was using it more, that thing's filthy. Moving on from there, next season we're getting the Winchester 1887 at BR2 for America. It's probably the most iconic shotgun pre-trench gun. Everybody knows it from COD back in the day. It's just a cool shotgun. It'll be cool to get it. Lever actions are cool. Shotguns are cool. That one, honestly, it's just one to look forward to. That's going to be cool. It's going to have 90 shots per minute, holds 5. Nothing to complain about there. And then finally, in the 5th season, getting the Coco rifle at BR2 for the USSR. It is from the Korov Collective, or the Coco, submitted by designers Fedorov, Degtярov, Kuznetsov, and Bezrukov for testing in 1928. It combined successful design solutions from earlier Fedorov and Degtyarev rifles, and it, thanks to its firepower of 7.62 mil cartridge, is capable of hitting 15.3 per shot with a 5-round magazine, loads from stripper clips. So it should be pretty similar to the Fedorov that we have right now. It looks like it's going to be pretty similar. So, yep, pretty nifty. I don't think it's as exciting as the 1887 is, and I don't think it's as unique potentially as the Solothurn is, but hey, it's a weapon, right? Moving on from there, for vehicles, we have the T50 dark green and the AP4C. The unfortunate thing with the AP4C is that now that the Jets are out, since they share a squad, it just doesn't, I don't think it's going to get that much use. I'll probably talk about that more when I specifically talk about the Meteor or just Jets in general, but I don't know. The AP4C is a cool plane. I've traditionally really liked it, but it's really hard to find a place for it in the lineup when it moved up to BR5 and it's now competing for the same slot as the Meteor. It's not like the P47 where you can bring a Meteor and you can bring a P47. You can't bring a Meteor and an AP4C. So, I don't know. It's cool that it's finally getting like a skin in this, but eh, timing's kind of weird. The dark green on the T50 though is pretty cool. I think a lot of T50s they're white, aren't they? I'm not. Well, okay, I guess it's the old Battle Pass one that's white, which I think a lot of people still have. So moving on from there, there's two unique soldiers. There's a Rifleman 3 for Japan and an Assaulter 3 for Germany, Italy. So yeah, cool stuff. I'll probably try to check out the Solothurn. I'll definitely be checking out the Winchester. I feel like the Coco's a miss for me though, but we'll see when we get closer. So let me know what you think down below. As per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.